Hi Gemini, welcome to your What's Happening in February general reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Gemini. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who needs to hear this message. So my intentions for this reading, Gemini, is to just ask Spirit what is happening for you in the month of February, what to be aware of, what to be excited about, what's unfolding and happening, and this can impact any aspect of your life. Love and romance, career and finances, spiritual evolution. But whatever Spirit would like to talk about shall be said. So let's go ahead and begin. First, I'm going to use my sound bowl here to do a little mini meditation to clear and set the energy for you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull, go ahead and check the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you that are still with me, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for this mini meditation. It really does help me connect with your energy. So first, I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in, ring the sound bowl 3 times. And during this, I just want you guys to open up your energy to ask any questions that you have. If there's been something on your mind, to put that on your mind. And we'll see kind of what the energy is before we even pull the cards. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Gemini. Gemini, I just felt like a fire in my stomach. Like it felt like my solar plexus chakra was igniting. And it's something that you really want. And then I saw like the Olympic rings. And so I don't know if anyone has any, has been seeing that around lately as a confirmation or, generally has a connection to Olympics. Maybe lives in Paris, is from Paris, because I know that's where that's happening this year. But it feels like I know this is gonna take some time. I'm gonna compete. There's something you want to achieve this month, something that you have your eyes on. A lot of people don't credit Gemini for their ambition, but every Gemini I've ever met is like hardworking, will get there, will do what they can to kind of succeed. And it's always something I admired about Geminis, but I don't notice a lot of people talking about the ambition of Gemini. And so I do feel there's something that you're seeing and that you're wanting and that you're pretty much going to make happen. It's going to take practice. It's going to take dedication, but I don't know. And then I saw like a wink. And it was like a winking emoji that was sent through like a text message. So Gemini, I wonder if there's a certain someone in your energy sphere that has an attraction towards you, that is flirting with you, that is really going to be turning up all the tricks and ways to seduce you out there. I gotta be honest though, you may kind of feel like they're coming off a little bit player playette energy, but I think the strategy they're trying to do is like Rico Suave, be all charismatic and charming, but I don't know. It seems a little bit off on your end, whether it's because you're trying to stay away from that energy or it's someone that you've tried things with before and it didn't really work, who are maybe trying again. Let's go ahead and see. That may just be a few messages for some of you guys, but I want to see what the cards have to say for Gemini in February. So tell me about the major themes going on for Gemini in February. Okay, we have 0303 with taking chances. And it says success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary, whether in your professional or personal life. You will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. So, Gemini, something is going to present itself that you're going to have to go for it. I really do feel, and it feels new. It feels uncharted type of territory, but it's coming in your life for a reason. And again, like it may be feeling like a big risk for you at some end, but I think like they say in Economics 101, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. So I feel like very different than Taurus's reading, where Taurus was like, don't jump into anything. Make sure you do all your research. There's going to be a very whimsical, serendipitous offer, opportunity that when you feel that solar plexus chakra coming to light, like I felt for you guys on the mini meditation, you'll know that's the one for you to just take up the opportunity because you're going to gain something from it. Okay. So tell me more about the energy for Gemini in February. Tell me more about this energy for Gemini in February. Okay, support. You have support all around you with this risk-taking Gemini. I mean, some of you, it may not seem like it in the 3D. You may feel like you're setting off on your own adventure, but spiritually, like you have the spirit team that has your back, that will be removing blockages, that will be, sending you signs, synchronicities to help you figure out, if this chance or if these opportunities coming in are worth it or not. But I feel as if the spiritual support around you, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, passed down loved ones are rooting for you. And where you feel at those times like a little bit low energy, I don't know if I could push myself to do this. I feel your like energetic team, your spiritual team is just going to lift you back up and be like, yes, you can, Gemini. Yes, you can. There's something about chia seeds I'm seeing. So maybe someone's needs to get more like omega-3s in their diet, and chia seeds is an amazing way to go about it. Like maybe some of you guys lately have been feeling like a little bit lower energy, and spirit wants you to kick it into gear, because as you take the action, you will see a rare opportunity, it kind of feels. And it's catered to you. It was worked in the 5D specifically for you at this time in February, Gemini. So you need to be ready for it. You need to be on game for it, okay? I feel like I'm like hyping you up because it's something spirit wants you to get excited about, wants you to prepare for, because it feels pretty big. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Tell me about February for Gemini. Okay. So 5 of Earth, dead center. Okay. Don't look at this as a bad thing. I do feel maybe this is that lower energy I was kind of picking up on. Maybe even some of you guys recently came out of some sort of loss. Maybe someone recently lost their job or lost motivation, has been kind of feeling like there's not much around. But this is where spirit wants you to bounce back from, Gemini, to come back from. Because I feel a lot of you are in this energy currently or coming out of it. Taurus energy, by the way. We'll get all the cards out first, and then I'll show you guys what the deal is. Yeah. Yeah, some of you were definitely in hermit mode and may be kind of like wanting to stay in hermit mode. Some of you could have strong Virgo in your chart, but Spirit's saying, no, Gemini, like we're pulling you out of this hermit energy, not to torture you, not to make you, face anything you're not ready for, but because you're ready to take that next step. More ready than I think you're aware of. Truly. Wow. Yeah, some of you may have gone through a heartbreak recently, and that has been wearing you down a bit. But what you need to know, 8 of Fire, your life's about to pick up quickly. And I think you're going to get this burst of energy in February that you didn't really feel in January or December. Something's reigniting your fire. And I feel some of it is Spirit's help to reignite that fire within you, Gemini. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement, the need to have more fun. I do feel some of you guys with whatever like heartbreak you went through or disagreement you went through, like that really has kind of been making you not want to go out as much, which is understandable, okay? But I do feel, Gemini, people miss you right now. People miss your energy. They get bummed when you can't make it out to an invitation. They want to see you. They want to see you happy. They want to see you excited. Like I feel you have like a group of best friends that you could always go to that has been trying to help you out of this slump, Gemini, for a lot of you. Now, it's similar to Taurus's reading where I do feel like a lot of invitations are going to be happening in February. Specifically, like maybe there's even like bachelorette parties, I kind of feel, or maybe even birthday parties that you're going to be invited to. And if you were to go out, I think you're going to have a lot more fun of a time than you expect. And even for some of you, you may meet someone that sparks your interest and really wants to get to know you. I definitely feel like you've been very missed in your social circles, Gemini. And maybe some of you have been like all work, no play, or if you have lost a job or got laid off, like you've been focusing so much on getting a job back, which is great. But you also need to balance your life out with, you know, your own enjoyment. I don't know. Let's get into the tarot. So dead center of this, we have the Five of Earth. Taurus energy. There may be significant changes in your finances. Some of you may have felt like you lost a certain income or a part of your income. I do kind of feel divorce energy for a few of you, and you may felt like you didn't get a fair split up within the divorce from someone, and you've been kind of trying to recover from that. But it says fears surrounding money. The wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. Okay, so what really stood out to me was the fears around money. So maybe, Gemini, there's going to be an opportunity that like, okay, I may have to, you know, put some money into it, but what if it doesn't succeed? What if it doesn't go through? Like some of you may be trying to start your own business, trying to be an entrepreneur, but you're on that precipice of actually taking the steps. And when you think about everything that could go wrong, it's kind of stopping you. Spirit does not want you to focus on what you don't have, Gemini, or what you lack. But Spirit wants you to start focusing on what you can give to this world that really needs it. So some of you guys have, I'm kind of feeling from my gut, like a passion you kind of put on the back burner that you've always felt very strongly for, a hobby particularly. I don't know if this is like teaching a class or, you know, something maybe spiritual, something maybe creative. I would see if that could be your niche, Gemini, because I think although there's fears around doing that full time, and maybe even like some of you for a little bit have to sacrifice the financial security to get this business or this lifestyle going, I think this is only temporary. If any sort of loss or any sort of scraping by for a little bit, you have to start somewhere, really. And I think this is starting somewhere, is happening in February for a lot of you now. And a lot of you, I really do feel, depending on what group you're in, this is something you're currently going through. The recent loss, the recent disappointment, feeling, you know, that you don't have enough or the resources are now gone. So something that you may have relied on for a long time just may have disappeared recently. And yeah, that's something you need to process. But Spirit is saying, you know, whatever didn't happen was not what you thought it was. I don't know why that's coming through there so strongly, but there were things behind it that weren't right for you. And I think with this Five of Pentacles energy, right now it appears that way, but I think as you kind of get back up, brush it off, and, you know, give another attempt at something else, you're going to start to see your bank account fill up where anything may have been depleted recently. Some of you guys have been over shopping, and I can relate to that. I feel like it was coming out of, correct me if I'm wrong, but your Uranus is just coming out of retrograde in Taurus. So I feel for a lot of people, finances were all over the place, okay? And maybe some of you guys are realizing you spent too much on certain things that now you're kind of like, crap, I shouldn't have spent that on that. It's okay, learn from it, budget in the future, and I think you'll come back from it pretty quickly. But what's crossing this is the Hermit card. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. This is what you've been doing for the last few months. Gemini. Could be a Taurus crosswatcher here. But anyway, you have been in hermit mode. And I do feel that hermit era you are in has been providing a lot of spiritual welfare for you. Has been helping you rediscover lost parts of yourself, maybe. That through a loss of security has made you rediscover again. But you can't stay in hermit energy forever. I have trouble with that, being an introvert myself. It's like the world, I just get overwhelmed by it and need to, stay home and not go out and not see people. But there's a lot of opportunities outside of yourself, Gemini, that are trying to make its way to you. So I think it is kind of a chance to put yourself back out there again. But I think you're going to get a whole different outcome than what you may have experienced before. What's crowning this is the Five of Air. Drama, I feel. And it says, an unwise choice. Learn from what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. This may be what made you retreat into hermit mode. Some sort of drama within a friend group. Some sort of drama within the working atmosphere, student atmosphere. There are 2 5s here. Your birthday could be June 5th, June 15th, perhaps May 25th for some of you. But yeah, I think maybe even for what you're going to experience in February, like, I wonder what industry you're in or like what type of desire or ambition you're working towards, but it seems as if there's a lot of opinions around it, a lot of judgments around it. And I think that's part of what was holding you back from fully going that step. You're afraid of how people are going to judge you if you do fail. You don't want to hear that I told you so's. And I think that other people's opinions of you have been weighing too heavily on your decision. Because again, Spirit wants to remind you, Gemini, you do have support. You do have people that would be very happy for you to pursue a certain hobby or a certain career or to get as far as you need to go. And although it may not seem like it in the 3D or it's hard to find in the 3D, I think you just need to align yourself with the right people and the right environment that I feel Spirit is trying to usher you into. Kind of, some of you guys need to get out of the same friend group, especially if it's something you're noticing you're kind of outgrowing, which we all kind of do at times, but some of you may feel guilty for kind of feeling you've outgrown a certain group of people or a certain friend in particular. But whatever you lose through support of friends that are no longer applicable to you, you will regain in February. Rooting this is the King of Water, Scorpio energy. This is someone who's trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work. Okay, so for those of you that are in King of Cups energy, I do feel whatever this is that is coming into your life that you have been thinking about for a long time with the Hermit, may be trying to weigh out the risks and the rewards. There is something that you feel a devotion to with it. And so I feel, Gemini, the importance of listening to your heart. And I know as an air sign that could feel a little, taboo there or not normal for you, but there is something Spirit saying your heart has a voice within guiding you down this path. And others of you, there may be a King of Cups energy coming into your life. Someone who is genuinely very sweet, very kind, looks out for the well-being of others, wants to take care of others, wants to protect others. And they may be the person that supports you, Gemini, and that you see has a lot of love for you, even going down this road, taking this risk, that wants to be there for you. Their appearance and their support is going to make a huge difference. But even some of you, I feel someone has love for you or has feelings for you, may has been a little bit more shy about it or reserved about it recently, but still very much or will always care about you. This could be someone that has a different culture, background, ethnicity than you, comes from a different part of the world than you do. And charity work. Maybe some of you guys are going to be volunteering more for charity causes, and that is going to help your vibration, definitely, Gemini. In the recent past, we have the Lovers. Gemini energy, Taurus energy for me as a reader. Okay, and it says, intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, and good health. Oh, yeah, for some of you with the Five of Pentacles, there is something you had to leave behind that was very hard to do so. And it was something you cared about a lot, but realized there is something out of alignment. And this could be a job, this could be a romance, this could be a situation. And it was a tough decision, but it was the right decision. And some of you guys, like I said, maybe there's been conflict or drama around your love life that has been taking its toll, and which is why you kind of went in hermit mode. And others of you, I gotta say, you may have felt like or know at this point that someone chose someone else over you, whether that's for a job position or for a romance, or you felt like a friendship. And that has been devastating to you to some degree. But, you know, as much as that hurts, really, closed doors are protection, Gemini. What you need to know is the 8 of Fire. Sagittarius energy. I can't help but smile because I just feel like this is your comeback. This is your bounce back. What has been out of sync, out of funk, through your action, through the steps you take, is going to change. Almost overnight, which is rare. And it says, events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. And maybe that's where, you know, the risk is kind of happening for some of you guys, because you've been in hermit mode for so long, and now all of a sudden everything's happening at once and you may feel overwhelmed. But you can be successful at this, Gemini. You are prepared for this, is what I want to tell you. And Spirit has been preparing you for what's to come in February, where there's going to be tasks thrown at you, invitations thrown at you, and you can handle it all. So yeah, life is about to change drastically. All right. Tell me more about February for Gemini. Storm warning, number 10. Okay. Yeah, and this is with the 5 of Swords that you may be seeing in February. Not everyone's going to like your decision. People may accuse you of abandoning them, of leaving them, which I don't think is your intention. But I do feel you are prioritizing your desires of what you want to implement in your life, of what you want to start changing in your life. And maybe not everyone is on board with that. So there may be conflict coming up from it. And maybe with the 5 of Swords, if there's something that you've been wanting to tell someone but have been kind of putting off because it's like ripping the Band-Aid off, I think in February you should do it. And yeah, the reaction may not be what you were hoping for, but at least it kind of got off your chest. And I do feel you feel a little bit more liberated by speaking your truth. And I kind of feel like for some of you guys, if there's canceled plans, it could be around the weather that's happening in February, wherever you live or wherever you're planning on going. There could be rain, storms type of thing. So prepare for that as well. But generally, yeah, I think your will and want to shake things up, to take that chance, to take that risk, is going to shake a lot of other people. And even if it shakes you to a degree, it can't break you at all. Tell me more about what Gemini needs to know, Spirit, about February. We have Fiona here. And it says, now that you've asked your angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. This is the support, Gemini. this is the support. And some of you recently have asked for confirmation, recently have prayed, recently have asked for a sign. And I hope that this tarot reading has given you those signs you were looking for. But yeah, I do feel you're going to get God's help, Spirit's help, your spirit team's help in making through this time and bouncing back. And people are going to be astonished. But your spirit team just is ready for you to have this change, to have this transition in your life. And that's why they're here to help you every step of the way, Gemini. Your prayers have been heard. Definitely. What's your advice for Gemini in regards to February? How should Gemini handle February? Okay. Wow. A lot of cards. Spirit, please. Just one, maybe two. Not 25, please. Tell me more about February for Gemini. What advice do you have for Gemini in February? Keep going. I love that. Yeah, Spirit wants you to keep going no matter what. No matter what, you know, tries to block your way, whatever comes as a challenge, you got this and you need to push through it. And it says, use the energy of any disappointments to fuel your creative project with authentic emotion. You know what's really striking with me? I really do find some of the greatest works of humankind, whether that's music, whether that's literature, whether that's movies, the creator had to go to a very dark spot within themselves, of a memory, of a failure, of, you know, the shadow of what they've been through to kind of pull inspiration out of that. Because honestly, as much as we love to put, you know, love and light out into the world, we can relate a lot to what people are going through, that we have compassion for, that we can relate to through our own experiences. So Gemini, if recently you went through a breakup or a loss, whatever this Five of Pentacles energy is that everyone's talking about with the Five of Air, you can create something out of that experience that is just going to resonate with so many people. So that's just a note for some of you guys. And others of you, yeah, it's just, remember, there may be a little bit of storms, a little bit of drama, a little bit of people trying to sway you off your course. It doesn't matter. Keep going. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and get one more card for you guys. Is there anything else Gemini needs to know about February? Ooh, you guys got Rosemary with wisdom. Trigger statement, it doesn't make sense. True statement, I see the bigger picture. You are moving towards a deeper level of understanding, from knowledge to wisdom. Take time to absorb the lessons. Yeah. So again, with this Five of Pentacles energy, like there is something still to be learned from it. Not to discourage you, not to tell you you can't do it and look how you failed, but to say, look, like this happened, but I can always bounce back. What did I learn from this? What can I grow from this? And if you kind of start to see every disappointment as something to grow from, I think you're going to be pretty unstoppable, Gemini. And there's something about February that's doubly emphasizing this. And I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much, Gemini, for joining me for this reading. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope it gave you plenty of confirmation, clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to what's likely to happen in February for you guys very soon. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Gemini, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Gemini.